Hello and welcome at this company business presentation for Mentify AI. Before we start, we need to go through with you through some legal things. Our disclaimer, I'm not going to read it all out for you. You can make a screenshot of it or a picture and then read it for yourself if you need, or you rewatch this presentation so that you can see all the ins and outs about it. So let's look at a company first. Every company starts, of course, with people who took the initiative to start a company, the founders. And in our case, it started with Georg Duller. Georg Duller is an icon in the network marketing industry. He has a vast experience of over 27 years in this industry. He built multiple companies to double-digit million volume. And he's a well-known figure in the network marketing industry. And after so many years, he now took the initiative to put his own ideas to the paper, so to say. And that's what now is Mentify. The second co-founder is Christian J. Peters. He was a former architect, also already almost 18 years in the network marketing industry as a global top leader and a trainer. And that's a person who is very strategic, analytic from that perspective. Then we have Anastasios Papadopoulos. He is a legal person. He has more than 20 years of experience in the network marketing industry on the corporate side for legal issues. So he was the head of legal in many big companies, and therefore also a very valuable person in the team of Mentify. Then we have Johan Wiklund. Johan Wiklund is from Sweden, lives now in Vietnam, and he has also a vast experience on the corporate side and is a very strategic person. So Anastasios and Johan, they work on the back end of the company so that everything runs smooth, that everything is legal, that our vision is put in the right way. And so that Christian and Georg can work in the front with the people and build this company. Then we have one final person on the right, Besnik Bleta. And Besnik Bleta is a typical success story, was a truck driver in the past and grew up to millionaire. And he is also a great addition to our team because he has great sales strategies that we can use for everybody in the company so that people can grow faster, build bigger teams, etc. So you see that we have a very strong team, and that is what it's all about, I think, in business, because you can be as good as you want, but you never have every skill, all the knowledge on board to make something a success. You always need people around you. And that's why we have this team here, because every one of these 5 gentlemen, they have specific strengths, and all together it makes a team that is really, really strong. The company is located in Dubai, the headquarters. Dubai is kind of a hub of the world nowadays. So that's why it's great to have the company there. And we have a subsidiary in Miami, Florida, USA, for the North and South American markets. Although we are a very young company, we are already looking also in other parts of the world because with our products, we have a borderless business. So we can do basically business in every country in the world. There are a few exceptions, but basically everywhere in the world. So we will grow and expand very, very rapidly. If you look at our mission and vision, it's pretty simple. We work with AI products. I think everybody in the world knows about AI. However, not everybody is positive. Some see it also as a threat because maybe it takes their job or whatever. And well, maybe that's also legit to feel that way because things are going to change. But we want to show how you can use AI in your life to make your life better, to empower you. So we are not a company that makes tools for making videos or writing text or that kind of tools. No, we are not. We develop AI guides that help people in everyday life in different areas of their life. And we will show you in a minute how we mean that exactly. So I already said we are a global opportunity. So we can almost work in every country around the world because we don't have physical products. We have digital products in the form of AI guides. So if you have a laptop or a smartphone and an internet connection, hey, we can be in business right now. And who doesn't have those two things, right? So this means we have basically an opportunity for anybody who is open to start something new and upgrade their lifestyle. Yeah, we call our product guides, AI guides, and we based our AI guides on the philosophy of the circle of life. And the circle of life is a philosophy that defines 12 different areas in a human life, such as love, finance, career, home, health. And we specialized our AIs in each one of those specific areas. And this is what makes us special, because we all know the bigger AIs. I don't have to call their names, but we know them. And they are generic, and that's okay. You know, they have a right to be who they are. But we wanted to go in what we call a white space, a place in AI where not too many people, or maybe nobody, has gone yet before. And we found this place in personalized, individualized, and humanized AI guides. So they are not generic. They focus on a specific part in your life. And here is the team of 6 AIs that we have developed for now and where we're gonna start our business with. The other 6 will come gradually, one by one, in the months of December and January December 2025 and January 2026. So let's look at these guides in an individual way. Let's look at Nova and Spark first. Nova and Spark are your host guides. That means they are prompted in a way that they know everything about Mentify. And this solves a big problem in traditional network marketing organizations. We are not a network marketing organization. We are a social e-commerce company, but we use, of course, elements from the network marketing industry. But our model is so different that some of the parts are never seen in network marketing before. So Nova and Spark know everything about your Mentify business, and that in 142 different languages. So you can go grab your phone, and when you talk to somebody and you want to explain the business to another person, you can say, hey, Nova and Spark, can you please explain the Mentify business model to my prospect here? He's from Russia, and can you please explain it in Russian? And then you let Nova and Spark explain the Mentify business in Russian. Or if you want to talk about the compensation plan, our marketing plan, then you can say, hey, Nova and Spark, I'm sitting here with somebody from Spain, and can you please explain the Mentify compensation plan, marketing plan in Spanish? And then Nova and Spark will explain the compensation plan, marketing plan in Spanish to that person. So this solves a huge problem in traditional network marketing, because duplication is often stopped right here, because the new person doesn't know exactly what to say, is sometimes afraid to say the wrong things. And now we solved it because the new person doesn't have to do anything, just let Nova and Spark do the work. Nova and Spark are also connected to the back office. So all the information that is in the back office, they have access to. So now you don't have to go into your back office if you don't want to, but you can just go on your phone and say, hey, Nova and Spark, how many points do I need for my next rank? Or Nova and Spark, who's my best performing partner in this month? And you will get an answer from Nova and Spark. Hey, this is this person with so and so many points, etc., etc. So all the information that is in your back office, they have access to as well. And the last, 4th point why they are so great is that they are also business coaches. So if somebody is new, never done this type of business before, then they can go and say, Nova and Spark, I'm new to this business. Can you please step by step explain to me how this business works and how I should start? And then Nova and Spark will help you, take you by the hand and guide you how to build this business in the right way. So you see that we made it so easy for people to work with us because we have those two guides here that, we think now basically everybody can build this business. The next guide that we have is the Love Guide. And the Love Guide knows everything about love, relationship, dating, etc. This is sometimes a sensitive topic, but I think everybody will recognize it if you ever had a relation in your life or you still have a relationship, that sometimes there are periods that things are not running so smooth. So then it's often difficult to talk to somebody else because these are intimate, sensitive details. So now you have a love guide that is neutral and will help you and give you tips. Have you looked at this, or maybe you could do that, to solve the situation that you describe to the guide. And I think we are providing here in a huge demand because a lot of people struggle with these topics, and not everybody has a person that they can openly and trusted talk to. With the Love Guide, you can. The next guide is our Inner Life Guide. Our Inner Life Guide is for people who are into spirituality, mindfulness, consciousness, yoga, etc. And also here there is a phenomenon that half of the world population is spiritual and the other half is not and doesn't know what to do with it. So if you are living in a part or in surroundings where people are not so spiritual and you are, that sometimes can be tough. So now you have a guide that can talk to you on the level where you are, on the topics that you want, in a trusted, safe environment. So again, we will provide here great value for a lot of people. Then we have the Health Guide. It's not a doctor, to be clear, but it's a guide that can help you on topics regarding health, such as nutrition, sleep, mental and physical health, wellness, etc. And of course, every person on the planet has to deal with these topics. So how good is it that you have a guide now that if you, hey, I have this or I feel that you can just put it to your guide and you get some answers back that can help you solve the situation, or at least point you in the right direction to a solution. Then we have a Wealth Guide, and the Wealth Guide can help you with how can I generate more money. And if you are in a job or a business owner, it doesn't matter. But sometimes you're in a job or and you just want to know more, but you don't know exactly how to do it. Well, the Wealth Guide can help you with that. And it's not only how to make more money, it's also how to keep money once you made it. Because usually we don't learn that in school. We don't learn that from our parents. So it is very helpful that you have now a guide that if you make some money, that you spend it or invest it wisely. We are not financial advisors, but we can give you tips on how to work with money. Hey, look at this. Maybe you can do that. And that's, I think, a very helpful tool for you so that you don't have to learn the hard way, like many of us did, but that you can keep your earned money and even let it grow for you. Then we have a Career Guide, who knows everything about jobs and businesses and can help you if you are stuck in your job or you have ambition but you don't know how to grow, or you don't like your job at all but you don't know how to change, or you are a business owner and sometimes there are issues in the company, but who can you talk to because you don't want to talk to your employees, they don't need to know. All too often you cannot talk with your partner or spouse about it because they have no idea. And for sure you don't want to talk with your competitors about your problems in the company. So who are you going to talk to? Well, with the Career Guide, you have now a trusted person, AI, that you can talk with on the level where you are, and you get feedback that can help you solve the issues, grow in the direction that you want to grow to. So you see, hopefully that we are different than what usually people understand about AI. So we don't make tools, like I said, for video making or something. These are guides that can help you upgrade your life, empower your lifestyle, and really be a valuable asset to your life. Then the next element that we designed is that we offer businesses, so experts, small business, mid-sized business, or big businesses, the opportunity to create their own AI. And this is a huge topic because everybody is now thinking about, talking about AI. But the truth is, not everybody is already taking action because sometimes they don't know where to start. They fear the cost. So it's not always so easy. So what we have created is a done-for-you system that if you want to cooperate with us, you provide the information that you want to have in your AI. And with our technology, we create an AI for you in the shortest amount of time. And also to a very, very competing price. You will see that later on in this presentation. So for example, a personal trainer, let's say a personal trainer in Amsterdam, usually has clients who are local, right? Because you don't go from, let's say, Munich to Amsterdam for an hour of personal training. Normally people don't do that. So now that personal trainer can talk to us, and if he has some great schedules that he works with, or he has some great tips and ideas about health, etc., he can put all of those things in the AI. And now he can work still with his clients local. Those local clients can also buy his AI. He can expand on his channels on social media, etc., with the AI. And he can put his AI on our platform so that he get overnight an instant global reach. So now if somebody from our network in, let's say, America sees that training schedule from that personal trainer in Amsterdam and decides, wow, this is interesting, I want to use it, then that person in America can buy that AI. And now that personal trainer has sold a product in the United States, for example, and is still working locally in Amsterdam. So this offers amazing opportunities for everybody, but especially the experts and the small businesses, because they can grow, they can create an extra income stream, and they can create a greater reach around the world. So we see that this is absolutely going crazy right now, because this is apparently what the business world has been waiting for. So of course the question will come, what makes our AIs different? Well, if you go to the big, well-known AIs, then what it is you are a user to them. So you help with your questions, feed the AI to become better. But how does the AI make you better? See, that's a question. So with us, we do it differently, because when you start working with our AI, we will ask you your birth date, your birthplace, and your date of time of birth, so that we can create a so-called birth chart. And based on that, our AI, before you even started, knows instantly so much more about you that the traditional AIs never will know about you. Therefore, they are specialized, so they are not generic like those big ones. They are specified specifically for that area. So now we can serve you way better, way more targeted, way more individualized than those big AIs ever could. But on top of that, we have also defined 6 other areas where we feel we are different. So on the point of mentorship, identity, gamification, ecosystem, social commerce, and luxury branding. And for each one of those topics, we have here described why we are different. I'm not going to read it out for you, but you can read it for yourself, pause or take a picture, and then you can read it out for yourself. So there are significant differences between us and the other well-known AIs. And that is good because they have a right to exist. And with what we do, we have a right to exist as well. And that's, of course, very, very important. And then last but not least, we used the latest, highest level of technology in AI available. And at this moment, this is called synthetic intelligence. And what does that mean? Synthetic intelligence means that our AIs are as human as possibly can be, just without feelings and emotions. Because that's what they don't have, but they already think for themselves. So that means we don't have to prompt them new every time. No, every time when you connect with your AI, it re-prompts itself because there is a new situation. It starts thinking, hey, there is a new situation, and therefore re-prompts itself based on that new situation that has developed based on your communication. So that gives it autonomy, adaptability, creativity. It goes beyond simulation that you can think of, and it gives scalability. So using this technology gives us also an advantage to many AIs at this moment out there. So if you would like, we can give you a link to a demo that you can use for one time for 10 minutes. And then you can experience what it is to talk with an AI. Because most people never done that in their life. So sometimes it's a little bit awkward, a little bit strange, but you will get used to it very fast. So just ask the AI some questions. This is a generic one. So you can ask it basically anything, as long as it's within boundaries, of course. And you will get an answer back. And you can see also, if you are able to do it in multiple languages, that it switches with you from one language to the other language and back again. So if you are interested in this, then ask the person who showed you this presentation, hey, I want a demo link. This person can send it to you and you can try it out. The AIs that we will release that I showed you before, they are way more sophisticated than what you have here in the demo, but the demo is good enough so that you can get that feeling and that spark from, wow, man, this is something special, this is interesting. Then a special word of cautious, because like I said in the introduction, in AI, not everything is gold that is shining. Yes, there are dangers in AI too, but we at Mentify AI, we like to focus on the positive. So how can you use AI for the benefit of yourself, to empower yourself, to upgrade your lifestyle, to make your life easier? So please don't think that everything is AI. No, it's not. But AI will be a big part of our life, because you now cannot imagine a life without the internet. I don't think anybody can anymore. But there was a time when internet was new that people thought, oh my God, internet, what is it going to be? So now we have integrated it in our lifestyle. And with AI, it will be the same, just way faster. So what internet did in 20 years, AI will do in 3 to 5 years. So that's how fast it will be. So our message is just learn to work with AI, learn to use it for you so that it doesn't work against you. So let's look at the business opportunity from Mentify. We have basically 3 business groups that we focus on: our customers, brand partners, and pool associates. So let's look at each of those groups now. First, the customers. I'm not going to read it out. You can do that for yourself, or again, make a screenshot or a picture of it. Those are people that just want to work with our guides and don't want to make use of the business opportunity that we provide as well. Then we have brand partners. Those are people that say, hey, I love the products that you have, those AI guides, and I understand that you have a business opportunity to make some money, either replacing money or get some extra money on top of my job or my business that I have. And I want to make use of that as well. Those are brand partners. And then we have our pool associates, and I will show you that in a minute, what they are doing. So let's look at the marketing plan first. We have 3 ways how you can make money in Mentify. And the first one is our first order reward. So that means if you introduce a new customer, a new brand partner, or a new pool associate, you get a percentage on whatever that person is purchasing at Mentify. Then we have the streamline and pool rewards. I will show you in a minute how that exactly works. And we have the B2B direct reward. That means that if people make use of that opportunity to create their own AI and they start selling that AI, they get a percentage of the volume that is being generated as well. So that's kind of a business in the business. And here you see already differences between traditional network marketing and what we are doing in social e-commerce. So let's look at the first order rewards. Whenever you do something, what I just described, you get 10% on every sale that is being made. And that's pretty nice because it's a digital product. You don't have warehousing, you don't have shipping, all of that. So whatever purchase has been made directly through you, you get 10%. But now something interesting comes. When you start introducing new people into this business and they start selling products, then on your level 2 to level 6, you get either 5%, 1%, or 2%, depending on which level the sale takes place. And this is huge because now you can imagine if you build a team with maybe hundreds or over time, maybe thousands or tens of thousands of people, every day sales are taking place. So whenever a sale is taking place, you get 5%, 1%, or 2%, wherever that sale takes place in the world, automatically in your wallet. How cool is that? Then we have the streamline and pool rewards. This is something new. Maybe if you are familiar with traditional network marketing, then you maybe heard of binary systems, unilevel system, matrix systems. We don't do all of that. We have a so-called streamline and pool rewards. But how does it work? Well, let's look at the left side. Everybody who is coming into Mentify is being positioned and registered in one line underneath each other. So in this example, you are streamline number 318. So that means 317 people have been registered in Mentify before you. And here's the cool part. Everybody, regardless if they are in your team or not, is being registered underneath you in the streamline. So now we all go to work. Yes, we have to we have to work as well. So we are producing volume, we are building teams, and with that volume, we can qualify for the pools that you see on the right side. How does that work? Well, you see that 30%. So that means that the company puts every month 30% of its volume in a pool, and that is being divided into 10 sub-pools. So every sub-pool has 3% of the global volume of the company inside. So now the question is, how many people qualify for each pool? Well, that's of course something we don't know. This will vary every month. But what we do know is that the qualification for pool 1 is relatively easy. So there will be more people in pool 1 and therefore the payout will be lower. Exactly the opposite goes for pool 10. We have a tough qualification there. So not everybody will be there. So the people who get there will get a higher payout. So we don't have a rank system like in traditional network marketing. We only work with these pools. The good thing about these pools is if you are eligible for a payout in a pool, then 80% of what you get in a pool is paid out equally to everybody in that pool. 20% is being paid out based on your streamline number. So that means somebody with a lower streamline number gets a slightly higher percentage of the 20% than somebody with a lower streamline number. The difference is not so big, but hey, it is there. So for the early adapters, this means that if you come in early, hey, and you have a nice streamline number, you get a little bit more in that 20% part. Another nice thing about this pool system is that if you qualified for a pool, let's say pool 4, for example, then basically you cannot fall back or fall out of that pool. You can stay there for the rest of your life if you fulfill 2 criteria. One is a monthly activity qualification. So you have to be responsible for 100 USDT volume every month after the 3rd month of your registration, or after the 2nd month. In the 3rd month you start. And we have a yearly renewal fee. I will show you in a minute also what that exactly is. But if you fulfill these 2 criteria, you can stay in that pool for the rest of your life. You can only go up and never go down. Another thing is, if you are in that pool 4, as the example we used, you not only get your share in pool 4, you also get your share in pool 3, 2, and 1, cumulative. So if you grow from pool 4 to pool 6, for example, then the same goes for pool 6. And you don't get only your share in pool 6, but also your share in pool 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 cumulative. So can you imagine how that will add up over time? So by doing this, we solve another big issue in traditional network marketing, because there we have phenomena like sidelines and crosslines. And usually that's a source for trouble, because people are working against each other, don't like each other, whatever. Here, because everybody's getting paid not on their own team volume, but on the company volume, it would not be so smart to work against each other, because then we bite everybody in the foot. So here it is much smarter to work with everybody, cooperative, whether they are in your team or not, it doesn't really matter, because if that 30% pool is growing, automatically everybody who is in those pools will earn more. So I think we solved there another topic that in traditional network marketing is not always working so well. And here I think we solved that case. Then of course you want to know what are the qualifications to get into those pools. Well, I said pool 1 is relatively easy. Crystal, you don't have to have personal volume, although you will have, because you need to buy at least 1 guide to be a brand partner. You need 900 USDT team volume. And I said USDT. Yes, we calculate pay-ins, payouts in USDT. This is a stable coin, a crypto. So not fiat like euro or dollars, because sending money around the world in traditional currencies is becoming way more difficult day by day. So that's why we chose to do everything in USDT, because this is much easier for you and it is much easier for us. So both benefit from this situation. And if you've never done anything with USDT, don't worry, we will help you with that, how to set it up, how to work with it, so that you get exactly what you want from Mentify and you don't have to worry about anything. Just let us know and we will help you. And you have to have 1 first line member who is active. And active means that 100 USDT per month. Then for pool 2, you need 600 personal volume, 600 USDT. That means 2 guides minimum. You need to have a team volume of 2,500. And this is also where we are different. We don't say you have to do this in 1 month. No, we say take as long as you need. So we accumulate every month your volume until you hit the 2,500. You have the 600 and the 2 active first liners, then you automatically qualify for, in this case, pool 2. So again, we don't put pressure on you. We say take as long as you need, and the people who are ambitious, they will go fast anyway. But we don't want to put pressure on people that everything has to be in a month. No, take as long as you need. Then you see that this automatically grows in pool 3, 4, and 5. We have 10 pools. So here you see the qualification criteria for the 5 higher pools. And basically it's the same, just the numbers get higher, of course. And from pool 7, we have introduced another qualification criteria. You have to take 2 people with you in 2 different lines to minimum 1 pool below yours. So if you want to qualify for pool 7, you need to have at least 2 people in 2 different lines in pool 6. And for pool 8, it becomes 3. So if you want to qualify for pool 8, sorry, you need to have 3 people in 3 different lines that minimum are qualified also for pool 7. So this means that we want to stimulate also teamwork. So not that just anybody can just do what they want and, you know, be a one-man army. No, we want to stimulate teamwork. So take people with you on the journey to the top. Then if we look at the B2B direct rewards, this is for the people who chose the option to create their own AI. If this person starts selling the AI either in their own networks or on our platform, this person will get 40% of the sale because he's the owner, creator of the AI. Then the first upline gets 10%, the second upline 5%, and the third upline again 5%. So this is huge because if you turn it around, it means that you on the 3 levels below you, you get either 10 or 5% on any sale of a personal AI. So this should make you interested to help your people sell those AIs, work with those AIs, because they will get 40% and that's good. But you still get 10% or 5% depending on what level the sale takes place. So hopefully you see the value of this business in the business now. And then we can have a situation where maybe you have made a personal AI and another Mentify brand partner says, wow, that's an amazing AI. I want to sell that too. So normally in traditional network marketing, this is not, it's not even possible. You cannot even think about it, but we make it happen. So if you allow us to open up and also let other people sell your AI, you still get 40% if that happens because you are the owner and creator of the AI. But any one of the Mentify brand partners who does that gets still 20% referral fee. How cool is that? So now we stimulate a marketplace of personal AIs. And that's exactly what we want. And this is going to be so cool. Of course, we need to have some substance. When we have a lot of those AIs in our platform, then wow, this is going to be so cool. And then finally in the B2B rewards, we let also a percentage of the volume in that B2B direct rewards flow back in that 30% pool that I showed you with the streamline and pool rewards. Because I said the bigger that pool gets, the better it is for everybody, because everybody will earn more. And we think the reality is if you earn money, probably you stay. If you don't earn money, probably you will leave. So the homework is, how can we make you stay? Well, let you earn money. Of course, you have to do something for it. Money is not for free. But for people who are active, they have a real opportunity to make real good money here in Mentify. So let's look at the pricing of our products. We start first with our guides. The first guide is Nova and Spark that I explained to you. The price for that is 300 USDT. I explained to you why we work with USDTs. And this is really a very, very competitive price. Why? Well, you have this AI for a year. And now let's say that you have to pay a business consultant to help you build your business. what do those people ask per hour? $100, $150, $200, what do they ask? So here with 300 USDT, you have your business coach that knows everything about your business, everything how to build it, all the details for only 300 USDT for a whole year. So if you buy on top some other of our guides, let's say our career guide, and you have to go to a specialist to help you with your career, how many sessions could you have with that specialist before you burnt your $300 or your 300 USDT? And here you have that specialist 24/7, 365 days a week, a year, whenever you want. You see how cheap this is? Because some people say, wow, no, you see it wrong. This is super, super cheap. So you can decide after buying the Nova and Spark how many of those guides you want to have to work with. Some people will have one or two, some people will want to have everything. It's up to you. We also let you upgrade however you want. So if somebody starts with, let's say, the Prestige Pack, 600 USDT, after a few months thinks, hey, this is so cool, I want to have an extra guide. Well, then you pay the difference between, for example, Prestige Pack that you have to Elite Pack, 300 USDT, and you have one extra guide. So this is how simple the system works. Then if you want to make use of that opportunity to create your own AI, the price for that is 3,800 USDT. And here included are all the 6 guides that you saw on the previous page in value of 1,800 USDT. So the net price for creating that AI is 2,000 USDT. And again, some people are always battling on price. Oh, that is much. No, guys, you don't understand. Because if you go to any IT company and you say, hey, I have a business, can you create from scratch for me an AI? Let's see if that will cost more or less than 2,000 USDT or $2,000. I know the answer. It will cost you way more. You don't even get a normal professional website for $2,000. So you see how competitive this pricing is. And we do that on purpose because we want to allow everybody to come in and make use of those AIs, scale their business, do more volume, and be happy. Then what I did not show you are the pool associates. Pool associates are a special category in Mentify. Because I learned in business you can get somewhere in one of 2 ways. Either you do it with work or you do it with money. And the reality is that some people just don't have the money, so they have to do it with work. That's just what it is, reality of life. But the truth is also that there are people who have money and want to let money work for them. And for those people, we want to give them an opportunity in Mentify as well. So you saw already the qualifications needed to get into those pools. With the pool associates, we say, hey, you can come in, pay a certain amount of money that you see here on the screen, and you can qualify from the day one that you register yourself into a pool of your choice, just by paying the amount. You also saw in the beginning that we have a lawyer, and he says, yes, we can do this, but it has to be fair and square to everybody. So people who come in through this way, they pay more than the people who do it through the traditional qualification as I previously showed you. So that makes it fair and square. So if people want to come in as a pool associate and want to pay this amount of money, they can, they just pay more than the other people. And that makes it fair and square again. We have 10 pools. So here you see what price is needed for to get into the higher pools. You see these are substantial numbers. From the beginning, we only allow people to come in to maximum pool 5 because we want to stabilize the company first. And once the company is stable, then we will open up the opportunity also to come in with the higher pools. But we will announce that, of course, when we are there. I also talked about the yearly renewal fee as one of the 2 qualifications. We do this because we said we are not a company that wants you to do the volume in 1 month. We let you take as long as you need for it, cumulative. Every month we calculate the volume, we add it up, and if you reach the threshold for a certain pool, you qualify. But that means that we have to uphold the whole system while you are getting to a certain rank. That costs, of course, money. So therefore, I think it is fair that we ask a yearly renewal fee. And also you see here that the pool associates pay again more than the brand partners. So you see again that we make it fair for everybody. And to understand this correctly, you should never pay this renewal fee out of your own pocket. You should be able to pay this renewal fee from the commissions that you get through the year. So every 12 months after you registered, you have to pay that renewal fee. And so after 12 months, 24 months, 36 months, etc., based on the pool where you are at that moment. So pretty fair and square, I think, for everybody, very, very reasonable. So if you qualify for a pool, it's not only a qualification, it's not just a milestone, it's a recognition, because you have shown that you help people, you have shown that you are able to create volume. So it's more than just for you to get also the recognition for coming into that pool. So at the end, people always ask us, hey, what is the best way to start? Well, we don't know that, of course, because we cannot look in your head and we cannot look in your wallet, but we can make some suggestions. So if you want to start in pool 1, you can. The price for that is 1,800 USDT, as you see. You get 4 guides, including Nova and Spark, and 1 year of full qualification. That means that you don't have to pay that 100 USDT per month, because we will deduct that every month from the 1,800 USDT automatically. So normally to get there, it would take around 1,900 USDT. If you take this opportunity, it will cost 1,800. So you save 100 USDT. And you are 1 year fully qualified in pool 1, and you fulfilled your personal volume criteria for all the way up to pool 4. Then if you want to start in pool 2, could be a great choice. You get all your 6 guides that we have available now. You get your personal business AI. You get 1 year full qualification. And normally that would cost 4,800 USDT. Now it is 4,000. So you save 800 USDT. And you are qualified for 1 year in pool 2. Could be a great choice. Or you say, I want to start in pool 3. The price of that is 8,000 USDT. You get again your 6 guides. You get your own personal business AI, your 1 year qualification. And because not too many people probably will do this, you have to share that pool with less people, so the payout will be higher. So that could be a reason why people want to start in pool 3. And of course, also here you can upgrade, so people can say, I start in pool 2. You see that things are running good for you, and you say, I want to upgrade to pool 3. Well, you pay the difference between the two, and then from that moment you are in pool 3. See how easy it is to work with us in Mentify. So in closing, we would like to thank you for being with us in this presentation. We hope that you got just as excited about Mentify as we are. I hope you see the value and the innovative way that we approach the topics, and you see also the opportunity in it. If that's the case, then please talk to the person that invited you to this presentation. Tell that person what you liked most about what you saw and heard, because that will be the base for you to start with. If you say in an unfortunate situation, well, this is nothing for me, okay, that can happen. We love to see it different, of course, but hey, can be. Then maybe you know somebody in your network that you feel should see this presentation because they would be absolutely interested in something like this. If that's the case, we would appreciate it if you bring that contact that you have in your mind in contact with the person that invited you to this presentation, and maybe between those two the magic appears. So in that case, at the end of the day, we still did something very, very well. But in any case, we would love to we would love to thank you for being on this presentation once again. We wish you all the best, and we hope to see you very, very soon in Mentify as a business partner, as a customer, or as a pool associate. Thank you very much.